Alright, so the countdown to Halloween continues. So we are on the sequel to Rob Zombie's Halloween. So this is not a remake of Halloween 2, this is a sequel to a remake. So with that being said, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Now, it's a year later after the events of Halloween. Laurie is really damaged from those events, along with her best friend Annie, who also survived the massacre, and Annie's dad as well. So all three of them are, basically damaged through that. Laurie especially, but Dr. Loomis, who survived, the massacre as well, he seems to be doing great. I mean, he's doing better. He made another book about Michael Myers and exploiting it once again, and writing the book off of his experiences from that, from that year, like from that last Halloween, and things are going much better for him, and he's so full of himself, and he's so convinced that Michael was dead, even though his body was never recovered after the two guys were, put him in the back of a truck, and then as we saw, Michael, after they crashed into a cow, and Michael got out of the truck and killed one of them after the other one died in the crash. He cut his head clean off. Now, from there on, Michael isn't missing, and there is a little homage to Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, where Michael does chase Laurie in the hospital, and that's in the dream sequence. That's probably the best part of the movie, in my opinion, where he's just chasing her around the hospital. And he does it in such a brutal way. The way he kills his victims this time around, he is savage. Like, you hear him growl as he's stabbing his knife into his victims, like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." And he does it so repeatedly, it's like, wow. Like, what is your problem, man? And the thing I don't like is Michael's wardrobe throughout the movie, where he's dressed like a hobo or whatever. I mean, I'm not cool with that. And this is Rob Zombie's take on the whole thing. So this is like a full Rob Zombie treatment that we're getting here. So through the good first half of the movie, Michael is walking his way back to Haddonfield. Where the hell did he go to in the first place is beyond me. So the way he speaks in the movie is when we see his younger self talking to a ghostly version of his mother, who tells him to do stuff and everything. It's like, it's time to go home and reunite with her family, and have some fun, or all that stuff. I mean, it's different, I guess, but that's not that's not what I would have done. That's not what I would have chosen. I mean, I'm not fond of it, but I guess it's different, I guess. But and also what I didn't like is when Michael eats a German Shepherd after he kills like three hillbillies. Two of them jumped him after finding him walking. And he lets them do it at first, and then he kills them after. I'm like, what? I mean, I don't get that. Anyway, when he eats the German Shepherd, I mean, I'm like, I mean, I did not really need to see that. I mean, this is a little homage to the first Halloween, where I guess where Loomis and Brackett found the dog in the Myers house, and then Loomis said he got hungry. I'm like, ugh. I'm not crazy about that. I mean, we don't need to know this shit. And I thought Rob said, while promoting the first movie, that he was never gonna do this, but I guess he changed his mind. About this time around. It is what it is, I guess. And Laurie feels that connection too, like where she's puking in the toilet and stuff, because I guess she's a veggie and Michael isn't. So yeah. Another thing that is hilarious is how people constantly feel the need to walk up to Michael and provoke him, call him names, and threaten him, and then they get themselves killed in the process. that was in the first Rob Zombie Halloween as well. Oh my gosh! And when the way Michael kills one of those people too that provokes him, he stomps his head and like boom, boom, boom. It's like, okay, it's like that in the Walking Dead season premiere when Negan bashes the heads in. It's a lot like that. Ugh. Yeah, gruesome. But and they had celebrity guests in this movie too, which I do not agree with. Weird Al playing himself, and Chris Hardwick, who is not playing himself, but he plays a host. And this is my first time ever laying eyes on Chris Hardwick. It wasn't during Talking Dead. It was during this movie, like right before they started doing all that stuff. But what really was cringy about that scene is when Weird Al said, "Are we talking about the Austin Powers Mike Myers?" when Loomis was being interviewed and he was on the show. He was a host on the show, or he was the guest star on the show. Right with Loomis when he had his head down in shame, I was the same exact way. So yeah, so Annie didn't survive this time around. So it's like that cycle with Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, like where you survived Freddy, the first time, you're not going to survive the second time. Well, Annie was very unlucky this time. She made it in the remake, and she died in the original, but she dies in this sequel. And when she dies in Laurie's arms, it's deep. It is really deep. Like, damn, hashtag the feels. Oh man. And when Brackett finds her, her dead body, and he is just drained from that, and surprisingly he wants to take Michael into police custody, but he is so tempted to kill Loomis too. I'm like, I get it, you hold Loomis responsible, partly to blame for that or whatever, but Michael killed your daughter, and you want him in police custody, but you want to put a bullet in Loomis's head. Okay. So Loomis finally gets his shit together in the last hour, and he goes down there and he tells them like he's gonna talk to Michael and he's gonna get Laurie out of there. But that doesn't go so well. Michael kills him brutally, and then Michael gets shot by Brackett, and he's wounded, and then Laurie finishes him off with his own knife. And it's pretty deep how she does it too. Stabs him repeatedly in his torso, and then right in the face. I'm like, wow, deep. And she comes out with his mask on. I mean, like, that is definitely deep. And then what I thought at first, and at the very last shot of the movie, I thought she was admitted to like some kind of sanitarium or something. But I watched a few other times I watched it, I'm like, maybe we're inside her head when this happens, where she's in that white room and she sees her mom walking up with the white horse, and she gives the creepiest smile, and I'm guessing that's inside her head right there. But trying to leave an opening for Laurie if they decide to do a sequel. The studio was trying to do that, but that went totally south. So now they're just gonna. Recently they said they're gonna remake the movie again, and I heard that John Carpenter is gonna be one of the main producers of the movie. So that'll be pretty sweet. But with this all being said, this gets 3.5 chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3.5 chair spins, and the alternate ending to this movie sucks. I mean, like, Michael speaks in that alternate ending, and he crashes Loomis through the wall, and then I think Loomis says "Good God in heaven" or something, and then Michael yells "Die!" and he stabs him in his chest, and then he falls down, and then that's how he kills him. Just like that's it, and then the whole police, the whole SWAT team and the police shoot Michael down after he does that. And then Laurie proceeds to walk over to Loomis with Michael's knife, and she's gonna get ready to stab him. And then one of the officers shoots Lori, and then Brackett is saying, "No, hold your fire!" And then I guess she is dying too. I guess. See why the alternate ending sucks? Ugh. Wow. This is like the last Halloween movie that I reviewed. Wow. I can't believe it. So we have one more movie to go, and that will be the closure to this countdown to Halloween. So if you guys enjoyed my review on this movie, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you click subscribe. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me as I count down to Halloween. One more movie to go, and for this year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.